Hare Krishna. How many of us get distracted? Practically every one of us, isn't it? So what is this distraction? So distraction is nothing but when our mind gets diverted from the thing which we are doing. And what is the stimulus for that? That can be any thought, or that can be a person, or that can be a thing which diverts our mind. That's the distraction. But amazing thing about the distraction is that it is not a new disease. It is not a new problem. It is an old problem. Even if you refer to the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asked the similar question. He says, why my mind is so much flickering? Chanchal himana Krishna. Why my mind is getting diverted here and there? Why I am not able to focus? And of course Krishna answers saying that Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagena cha kriyate. He says that by constant practice and renunciation you can have control over your mind, right? When student is studying and he is in the classroom but his mind is wandering somewhere else. For another example can be a person who is doing his job, he is in the office but his mind may be in the movie theater, like that. What is the disadvantages of the distraction? It takes away our time, money and the resources. So everyone wants to have the good concentration, right, to save the money, time, and also to avoid the frustration. One important thing about the distraction is that it is not the compulsion. Distraction is by the choice. It is always our choice to get distracted or to be focused. So regarding this, there is an amazing story. So this story is from the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Once there was the blacksmith. So this blacksmith used to make the arrows for the king. And once upon a time the king was on his ride. He was just checking that everything is okay in my kingdom. He wanted to check that. So he was going, and the king means all the paraphernalia are going with him, all the soldiers are assisting him, some of them were fanning him. There were many people who were playing the kettle drums and like that. And there was so much noise, there were so many horses and elephants were following the king. There was so much noise that even the sleeping person may get up from his sleep. But this king would attend to different shops and then shop people. The person who is in the shop, he would give the report and he would chant the glories of the king. So king was attending to the many shops. So after a while, this king came to this particular shop of this blacksmith who was making the arrows. And he came there, but blacksmith did not notice anything. And one of the attendant who was standing there, he shouted at the blacksmith, "Oh blacksmith, what you are doing? Welcome my king. Welcome our king." But he was not responding anything. And then next soldier became very angry upon him and he enraged with the anger and started showing this sword to the blacksmith. But no respond. And then another soldier came and he started shaking him vigorously. And then the blacksmith came to his senses and he asked, what happened? And that time he realized that the king is standing in front of me. And then he of course started praising the king and he gave the report to the king. But the king asked him, what did you do? Why you did not notice me? And then he said, actually king, I did not come to know that you have come to my home, my shop to see me, to visit me, to take a report from me. I was totally into my work. I was totally absorbed in my work. But king said that king was actually surprised to see that there was a tumultuous sound of these kettle drums and people were dancing and chanting the glories of king. But still this person was totally unaffected. King was really amazed. Why the blacksmith could do so? because he knew that how to harness the power of choice, the conscious power of choice to focus on the things which he is doing. So we have two choices. When the stimulus comes, we have the choices to attain to that distraction, or to keep our attention, or to keep our focus intact. So stimulus will come. Stimulus will come in the form of the people, stimulus will come in the form of a thought, stimulus will come in the form of a things, the objects. But it's our choice to get distracted or not to get distracted. And then the results will be according to that. If we get distracted, then of course the result will be bad. For example, once Vishwamitra Muni, he was doing the tapasya, but the Menaka who was sent by the Indra allured him. He had the two choices again here, that he could have chosen not to get distracted, but he chose to get distracted. And what happened to him? He fell down from his position, right? So in the student life or in a working professional life, we all have to remember that the distraction is not the compulsion, but it's our choice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.